Although it was unexpected, the revelation of George Sir's infidelity in Season 7 of Young Sheldon was inevitable ever since the spin-off of The Big Bang Theory started airing. Spoilers for the 4th episode of Young Sheldon's 7th season are ahead in this article. Season 7 of Young Sheldon surprised everyone by avoiding any mention of George Sir's infidelity. Yet, this retelling of his narrative was always going to happen on The Big Bang Theory spin-off. The writers of The Big Bang Theory prequels still had to deal with the fallout from the few passing allusions to Sheldon's youth and childhood that the main show barely touched on. The Big Bang Theory established most aspects regarding Sheldon Cooper's childhood, but Young Sheldon, a light-hearted sitcom about his dysfunctional family, has altered most of those details. For instance, since it would add a lot of darkness to the spin-off, Sheldon's constant bullying is almost completely absent. Similarly, the characters in Young Sheldon behave differently than those in The Big Bang Theory. In Young Sheldon, Sheldon's Mimo is a reckless dead devil, in contrast to her serious and reserved demeanor in The Big Bang Theory. Mary, who is Sheldon's mother, shows more empathy and less bitterness in Young Sheldon. But the most significant change comes from George S.R., Sheldon's previously unseen father. Although Sheldon and his mother never mentioned George S.R. on The Big Bang Theory, they always painted him as a heartless drinker. The younger Sheldon sees in George S.R. a model of a caring father figure and a throwback sitcom everyman. The character of George S.R., as portrayed by Young Sheldon, is quite different from the careless jerk in the show, which could pose some issues for the show. The spin-off's treatment of Sheldon's accusation that his father was unfaithful eventually gets addressed in episode 4 of season 7, Ants on a Log and a Cheating Winker, but viewers are still not satisfied, because both the scandal involving George Sir's infidelity and his death happened around the same time. As stated in the Big Bang Theory canon, it has been clear since the season 6 conclusion of Young Sheldon that the spin-off will have to cover both subjects. Surprisingly, Young Sheldon revealed in an obvious twist that George S.R. never cheated on Mary. Fans were surprised to learn that Sheldon had feared the worst when he found Mary wearing a wig, but it was inevitable that Sheldon would eventually learn the truth about his father's affair. In contrast to what his biography suggested in Big Bang Theory, George S.R. was a lot friendlier thanks to Young Sheldon. Since the spin-off portrayed George S.R. as Sheldon's father, adultery by him would have been a violation of that character and would have forced Young Sheldon to deviate from the established canon of The Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory spin-off has never before utterly changed a significant event, but Young Sheldon is the first show to ever incur with the parent show's canon. Subtle changes in character behavior or the omission of events from Sheldon's youth have typically been the most significant retcons. The characters change from show to show, which is why things like Mary's harsher, more hypocritical attitude in the previous episode or Mima's newfound kindness after meeting young Sheldon seem believable. Similarly, Sheldon's recollections of his youth could be the reason there was no bullying when he was a kid. One of the few things viewers knew about Sheldon's father, George S.R., was that he had an affair with Mary. This incident greatly influenced Sheldon's behavior in The Big Bang Theory. So, the casual retelling of this principle from Sheldon's history in Ants on a Log and a Cheating Winker is shocking. But since the prequel revealed George S.R. to be an unexpectedly kind and caring character, young Sheldon felt he had to remove this landmark occurrence. Removing the deed that made George S.R. seem so horrible previously, young Sheldon made the imminent death of George S.R. even more tragic.